Hello, today is 27th of June. Basically, this time we have end of week communication, so let's go right to the charts. And I want to start with DXY because obviously everybody is, not everybody, but a lot of people are discussing this supposed petrodollar ordeal, or the fact that this alleged agreement is not renewed by Saudi Arabia, so Saudi Arabia is now joined actually the bridge system for international settlements and payments between countries, and the dollar is about to collapse. And of course, I really like the rationale behind the numbers and first and foremost ideas that people who discuss this theme state. But I think actually it is shaping out to be a classic example of divergence between the fundamental theme and the technical theme, because there are lots of times when the fundamentals are supposedly pointing on something, and it is being at the same time totally cancelled by the actual price action. So if we think about and the price action with time reveals another set of dependencies, which is not that obvious. A doesn't lead to B. A leads to G or R or X or something else, because somehow complexity tends to evade the fundamental guise of this world. This is the idea I want to convey here. So what do we see here actually? Actually, we see here strength in the dollar, and this doesn't reflect this idea that the market should be discounting this influx of currency, which is not going to be involved in oil trade anymore, so it's going to go back to the States, and the Fed will be forced to rise rates and keep them higher for longer, which could be the case actually. But also all the people who discuss this theme forget about the fact that this system is closed actually, and you cannot get away from the submarine, so to speak. Where are all those money managers supposed to go if they are seeking safety right now? Of course, they ironically supposed weakness in a dollar system will create even more significant demand for dollar, because it's the only safe asset, and that's why we see this strength in DXY. And I also think that given the negativity here, and if we could check positioning of different types of traders in this thing right now, I think we will see their positioning structure like this. Amateurs, small traders are shorting DXY, and professionals are long. This is my vision of it. So actually, I would be happy to trade this one if I could. But I think potentially this is shaping out to be a trade of I don't know, maybe even a trade of a decade from my current standpoint. Why? Because we have everything in place. We have fear, we have fundamentals that are supposedly pointing against this, and we have strength in the price picture. So we'll see how it plays out. But I should also mention that you should take everything I say with a grain of salt, because if something goes wrong, I'm the first one to get out. Maybe I'm even a bit hasty in this. So that's one of the things I'm working on in my own trading right now. So this is the best, the main message of this communication. So with that being said, let's take a quick look on the other things in our scope. So basically the indexes are grinding up, and we are in this mode of acceleration, but unfortunately this acceleration is only contained once again to the index. Nvidia is correcting, and I think why index is not correcting that much today is because when Nvidia is correcting, it passes the baton to what? To Google, for example. Yes, to Microsoft. And that's why the indexes are up again, but overall market stays the same in this territory of around 39% of stocks being above their 50-day moving averages. So not the easiest market, not the easiest at all. What else could I point out? I'm still very cautious. Right now, my main objective is to improve my betting average, the percentage of successful ideas, because in this kind of market, it's pretty hard, well, maybe for me at least, to pick stocks that just go. And actually this prompts me to revise and maybe a bit improve my tactics, because in this kind of environment you are supposed to buy stocks that are lower in their price pictures, because this theme is quite prolific. You can pick something like that, or maybe you try to pick it here and it stops you out, undercuts these pivot lows, then goes up, sucks you back in, and goes down. This is the theme of this market in most of the stocks. In those of them who are still above the 50-day moving average, and among those it's even harder to find ones where a 50-day moving average is trending to the upside. So that's why I'm so cautious. Despite that, we still can find something interesting. For example, KSPI, KSPI, which is right now pulling back to this breakout area. Stock not so related to the States and its economy, obviously. What else can I point out? Still looking at RDDT to buy it, because I half jokingly pointed out this buy buying area, but it is still too volatile to be considered. So looking for an opportunity to pick it up a bit later. What else is interesting? Tesla is interesting. I don't know, maybe this humanoid robot thing is starting to be baked into price, because as I see it now, they are concentrating on it. And also maybe their relationships with regulators are improving. But once again, I looked at this one, but when you see something like this, I consider these consolidations not viable, because this still can be reversed, especially given the fact that we have this big chunk of trading up here to the left. New IPOs, among them, I like to watch BROS, obviously, seeing some overhead supply and not ready in my opinion too. And this cohort of semiconductor stocks are pulling back with NVDA, which I showed you before. So nothing really interesting is happening right now in this market, and the best idea, in my opinion, is to have limited exposure to it. BTC is quite similar too. Right now we saw this undercut, and this is pretty ambivalent. It could be resolved to the downside or to the upside. Nothing to do here too. So I think we could wrap up on this, because overall this market is in wait and see mode right now, in my opinion. And the only interesting development I see right now is in dollar index. So I guess that's it for now. Stay tuned.